Hey guys, today we are doing a demo, review, wear test of Hard Candy's Coconut Water Primer Stick. So if you're interested in hearing more about this, please keep watching, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content. I'm excited to try this because I am a big fan of the Hard Candy Fast and Fabulous Setting Spray, which I've mentioned and used in a couple of my other videos. The first time I saw this was when Hard Candy, I believe, tweeted a picture of this. I followed their Instagram too, but for whatever reason I had seen it on Twitter first. I was instantly kind of intrigued by the idea of a primer stick, and it's got some cool claims to it. It says right on the front that it minimizes pores, soothes redness, and hydrates skin. Sheer Envy Coconut Water Cooling Primer Stick. So it's got some cooling properties as well. On the back it says, this water-based primer stick instantly cools your skin as it preps your face for flawless makeup application. This cool primer is packed with ingredients that leave skin looking silky, even-toned, pore perfected, while hydrating and soothing skin. To apply, glide primer stick directly onto face and blend before makeup application. It also says we love our animal friends and we don't test our products on them. So I do have a little bit of redness on my cheeks and nose, so we'll see if this does anything to reduce it. Let's open this up. Hard Candy is exclusive to Walmart, so that's where I found it. I love the color of the bottle. Oh, I also really love coconut, so if this smells like coconut, I'll be happy. Doesn't really smell like coconut. So I'm supposed to glide this on and then blend it out. Not sure how I'm supposed to blend it out. I'll probably just use my fingers and we'll see. I don't know how much to use. Ooh, it does like instantly feel cooling. Some strength. Do you guys see what happened? Excuse me. It feels kind of slimy, but not in a bad way. I am going to do a wear test, so I will check back in after I put foundation on and see how long this holds on the foundation and how it looks underneath. It doesn't feel very sticky at all. It did kind of cool my skin, but really the coolness is only when you first apply it and then it goes away. My face will get red whenever I put primer on, so I'm curious to see if it reduces it within a few minutes. Doesn't really look like it's going to. But it looks like this isn't on the Walmart website yet. I did find it in store, so I'm not sure exactly how much it cost, but I think it was $8. Hard Candy is pretty affordable. So now that I've had this on for like about a minute or two, it does feel nice. It's kind of hydrating, but in a weird way. Okay, so first impression after I put this on, it's easy to apply. Blending it out's a little bit more difficult, so I would say put it on and then pat and blend before you move on to another section of your face, just because it does dry fairly quickly. It's not wet feeling on the skin, but it's not quite sticky either. It doesn't have too much of a smell to me, but I was expecting it to smell like a lot more like coconut, but it doesn't. I'm gonna say it doesn't really look like it blurred out any of my pores, but we'll see how it looks with foundation on top. I'm gonna apply some of my L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation. I wanted to use a foundation that I'm pretty familiar with already and I've been wearing quite a bit, so I know how this lasts with other primers and I'll be able to give you a better opinion on how I feel this one does. I'm not going to color correct or anything, I'm just going to simply apply my foundation. I'll do the right side with my Mikasa Lemon Drop sponge. I'm going to go over the side with a brush. I'll check back in again after I'm done putting the rest of my makeup on, and then I will check back in later in the day and we can kind of see what differences there are between the two different sides, if there is any difference, and how long my foundation has stayed on. So I'm using the Bare Minerals Translucent Powder Duo to set my foundation, and I just set my under eyes with it as well. I wanted to test this in a way that I typically use my foundation on top of primer, so I wasn't going to skip out on powder because I usually do that anyway. So for it to be a true test for me, it is going to be the whole process of using the powder and setting spray and all that jazz. So I have the rest of my makeup done, so we're going to see how this primer performs underneath the makeup. First impressions after putting on my makeup. My skin, you can definitely see my pores a lot more on this side than this side. I think that has more to do with application of foundation than with the primer itself. I didn't see too much smoothing when I use this. It does say it's going to minimize pores, and I'm not seeing too much of that. Soothing redness. My skin felt like it was soothed slightly by the coolness of the stick, but that coolness goes away pretty quickly, so I'm not sure that that's going to do much. A plus with this is I didn't have any problems with tugging or pulling while I was applying my foundation. That being said, this side that I used the brush doesn't look as flawless as this side where I used the beauty sponge. So it may have pulled and I just didn't notice, but I didn't feel any grittiness when I was applying my foundation. Another plus for this is the fact that it's a stick and the size, and it's pretty compact. You can throw this easily in a makeup bag or a purse and not have to worry about it spilling. So I guess as of right now, I'm kind of meh when it comes to how I feel about this primer. It's about 11 o'clock now, so I will check back in and let you know what time I'm checking in, and we'll kind of go over and see how my skin looks. I am back. It's currently 1:46, so it hasn't been too long since I put on the primer and my makeup, and I wanted to do a quick check-in. I did throw on a jacket because it is cold in here, and I didn't really notice it before, but I've been walking around in different lighting around my apartment, and I noticed that my forehead's been looking pretty flawless with this primer underneath, and typically that'll break up a little bit more than it has. It's still pretty early, but I did want to mention that it does look pretty smooth on my forehead. My nose is actually holding up pretty well, especially since I've been blowing my nose. I've lost kind of the foundation right here, but the tip of my nose still looks pretty good, and around my nose looks pretty good. I'm still liking the side where I used the beauty sponge over the brush. My skin doesn't feel tight, it doesn't feel dry, so those are also good signs. I'm starting to like it more now that I've been wearing it for a little while, so we'll see. Alright guys, I am back. It's a bit darker out now, so the lighting might not be as good. It is now 5:03, so this is what the foundation looks like on top of the primer. Let me zoom you in. You can see my pores and my skin a bit better now that we're closer. It did break up around my nose quite a bit. I have been blowing my nose, but it shouldn't really make a difference with right here. So it's worn off. It's worn off on my chin, and my forehead's still looking really good though. So I might use this primer just on my forehead because I feel like it's really keeping it on there really well, but everywhere else it's starting to crumble and break down. I think for the price, this is an okay primer. I probably will just use it on my forehead now that I know that it's not going to keep my foundation from breaking up on other areas of my face. I might play around with it some more and see. Maybe if I blend it out with a sponge or maybe apply it with a brush, it'll look a little differently. If you're looking for a primer stick that's going to blur your pores, I'm not going to say that this one's the best one for that. I will keep trying this on my face, but as a sanitary precaution, I would advise you to wipe off the top layer. If you are interested in getting this product, just keep that in mind. You want to keep it sanitary, especially if you have any acne or you're really oily. Not that I would recommend placing this right on your face if that is the case. Just be aware that stick products you definitely want to clean. I think they have a liquid version of this as well. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they do. They might have had that one first. So if you're hesitant to put something directly on your face and you liked how this made my skin look, maybe the liquid one would be a better one for you to try personally. All in all, I'm gonna say this is an okay primer. It was definitely fun to try a stick version primer. I'd be open to trying different ones as well. So yeah, that's my mini review and demo of Hard Candy's Sheer Envy Coconut Water Primer Stick. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And if you are, thank you so much. I just wanted to let you guys know that my Mikasa Beauty affiliate coupon code is now 25% off. Right now, it's Elise Marie Beauty 15, and that's going to give you the 25% off, but they are going to be sending me a new code, so it'll be Elise Marie Beauty 25. So if you see this video or my old video and you try to put in Elise Marie Beauty 15, it may still work, it might not, because I am in the process of changing that to Elise Marie Beauty 25. I know that's totally random and not related to this at all, but I wanted to make my viewers aware that you can now save 25% on a Mikasa Beauty purchase. I also just wanted to say thank you to my subscribers. I see the count going up and I'm getting really excited. Thank you so much. I think that's about everything, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye!